what we're going to do in this video is follow a course which I've previously set up and stored on the watch. Now, as you can see, we've already walked a short distance, just over half a kilometre, and where the course will start is the top of that tour. Now, the reason why I set it for the top of that tour is I wasn't exactly sure where I would be camping last night. I knew I'd be close to that tour, but I wasn't sure where. So I thought, well, the simplest thing is camp and then start your course from that tour to where you're heading. Obviously, we've already pressed top left once to get into hike, and then we've pressed it again to start the activity. Middle left, that shows us our map, just as a little reminder. Now, long middle left, go down to navigation, go down to courses, and then go down to the one that you've saved. In this instance, Sharp Tour to Fair Tour, do course, loading. Now, straight away you can see that it's showing that we are 568 meters from the start of the course. Of course, half of a kilometre, because we haven't got there yet, and of course it's pointing in that direction to where we need to go. The arrow in the middle points in the direction you're pointing your watch. So there you can see the elevation plot graph. Estimated time en route 1 hour, estimated time of arrival 3:15. We'll have to see about that one. It might be a bit longer because I'll be stopping every few minutes. You can see the arrow in the top, that red arrow there, is pointing in the direction that we need to be heading to get onto route. And that stays there all the time. And you can see where we've walked so far. At the top of the map there, you can see a tour, and that's what we're heading for. You can see we're making our way slowly up this hill. You can now see that we are on the map 288 meters away from the start of the route. You can see the start of the route is that line there, and you can see the tour there, which we know is directly in front of us. If we come down, you can see the arrow now is pointing directly ahead, 4.5 kilometers remaining to Fair Tour, and we're off course by 300 meters, and then that's the same. So we're going to head on up until we join the course and see what happens. Just a little addition here, if I may. My dog and I are out walking, camping and hiking quite a bit. We show this watch off occasionally. My name's Tony Hobbs. Link in the description below to my hiking and camping channel. I would very much appreciate your support over there if you wish to join me. In the meantime, let's get to the top of this hill and have another look at this watch. Okay, so here you can see that we are now on course, off course 0, and that we have to walk in that direction, and it's just a tad over 4 kilometers. If we go up to the map, you can see the lines are virtually together there. So basically we just follow that line. So far we've already walked nearly 1.5 kilometers, and these are the other windows that you can see. I think I'm going to stick to the map there. Okay, so here you can see we've still got just over 3.5 kilometers to go. We're going in generally the right direction. We're literally only 20 meters off course, which is, you know, nothing, especially when you look at the, you know, the terrain around here. And what we're aiming for is that dot over there, and where we have come from is a tour which you can't see now, which is up there, and then that tour over there, that's Hare Tour. So we're going to carry on following this to our destination. When we look at the range man, you will notice that I have set the compass up for 118 degrees. So when we swing the watch around to about 118 degrees, which is there, that is approximately lined up with that over there. As you can see, the going here is quite difficult. There are no real paths as such to follow here, so you're kind of following your nose and the general direction, really. So I was following this path here because that's in the general direction of the tour over there, but it has taken me off course, but really not by much. So that's about 130 meters off course. When the going was kind of much easier, it's kind of worth being slightly off course. Now I can see through here another path which is kind of going where I want to go. So even though we're off course slightly, it really doesn't matter, you know, when you're up here, as long as you're going in generally the right direction, that's all that matters. So as you can see, we have just under 2.5 kilometers to go. We're heading downhill again, and then there's going to be some more uphill the other side. It's saying 2 hours 45 to go, you know, distance remaining less than 3 kilometers. I suspect we will do that in a lot less than 2 hours. It's just that we're saying that because obviously we're stopping all the time, and the distance we've done so far is 3.5 kilometers, well, just over, an average speed of 1.6, and of course because we've stopped, it's showing, you know, 0 kilometers an hour. So we're gonna keep going, slowly making our way. Of course, this is the Talkie Toaster map. You can see the line that we kind of should be on, slightly to the right there, but it really doesn't matter as long as we're going, you know, in approximately the right direction. And realistically, if we take this path over here, it'll probably bring us back over to our track. Right, this is an interesting phenomenon. So it's saying 2.23 kilometers to go, but it most definitely is not as far as that. Now we are 0.6 kilometers off course, which is only 60 meters. So that's the line that we should be on, and we're almost on that. Zoom back one more. So there you can see the destination up there, the top, that little triangle where the end is, and that most definitely is not 2.23 kilometers. So the fact that we're off course does appear to be, you know, confusing it slightly. So we probably will end up getting on course in a minute. So we'll have a look and we'll see, you know, what happens to that. But it's fine. I mean, you know, the important thing is you know that it's not very far. Literally there. Well, that is very interesting. So we're on course and it's showing distance remaining nearly 2.5 kilometers, where in actuality it's just that tiny bit there. So I would guess less than 500 meters now.
maybe a future update will fix this. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment below.
It'll be interesting to see at what point it corrects itself. Okay, well, it's corrected itself now, so it's not 500 meters as I was hoping, it's 640, but not too bad. It corrected itself within a minute, really. It was pretty quick. But that's just an interesting observation for you. So you can see that we're on course here. 70 meters to go. But obviously when I plotted the course, it was just a very rough route, really, just to get me here. So it doesn't matter that there's 70 meters to go. Clearly we're here. So I hope you found this video informative. When you're finished, just press top right, that stops it, and then save, and then it saves it, and then you have your details. So we stopped a lot, so it was 7 kilometers in total from the start, 4 hours, total ascent 323 meters. That's your elevation graph from the start. That's your heart rate, average 128, maximum 172. That was up that hill probably. And then your training effect, which I just ignore, I don't worry about that. And then that's back to that information there. And then when you finish, obviously you just press that and that bottom right again and again and again, and that brings you back out.
I did forget to see how much percentage I had before starting. I will try and remember to do that another time. Please leave a comment below, like and subscribe, and of course I will look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you for watching.